iOS 14.5 beta. What's it been? From a blind person's perspective, using voiceover. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, this is Grace from Don't Mind Being Blind, and I'm going to be talking about the iOS 14.5 beta, the latest one I guess. So I did install it on the old test phone. Don't ever install a beta on your phone, regular phone, because that can possibly have issues. But anyway, it's working pretty good with accessibility, but let's look at it and look at the new Siri voices and stuff. So here's proof that I did install the beta. Sorry about all the noise. There's a lot going on, but you'll see it says
9:56 a.m.
9:56,
Status bar
so
iOS 14.5.
iOS 14.5, Apple Incorporated, downloaded.
Software up. iOS 14.5 includes the option to unlock iPhone with Apple Watch while wearing a face mask, adds support for AirTag, and introduces separate skin tone variations for emoji with
And
couples.
again, this is the public
Siri
beta.
adds more diverse voice options. An app tracking transparency lets you control which apps are allowed to for information on this. HTTP. Learn more.
I'm just flicking
Install now.
to the right until I hear install now and double tapping.
Passcode 0 if 4
Tapping
values
in my
entered.
passcode.
Alert. Verifying update.
I've typed in my passcode, which I really don't need on the beta phone, but it wanted it, so I gave it. And now I hear downloading update,
Verifying update.
or verifying update, and it's just,
verifying
that's
update.
all. I can't double tap or anything,
Verifying update.
which is normal. And it should, now I hear nothing, and it should be black. And now it's installing the update. Okay, so I didn't want to show the whole process of going to join.beta.apple.com and installing the profile. It's pretty easy, and there's a lot of blind-friendly, accessible tutorials of that on YouTube. But it's pretty cool how Apple does do public betas. And sorry, that was my phone going off. So it's pretty easy, and the whole process is really accessible, except when you're on the, sorry, there's hair in my face. When you're on the update screen with the Apple logo, VoiceOver doesn't talk to you, which I wish it did. So if your VoiceOver goes silent, you didn't just break your phone. That is what's going on. So now that I've installed the beta, and I'll show you pretty much that, let's show you how to get the new Siri voices and where they're located and how to use them with VoiceOver and what they're called and stuff. So let's go. Okay, so for starters, I just want to say that during this demonstration of the iOS beta, I will not be showing the new podcasts app because I'm not really sure if podcasts are copyrighted, so I'm just not going to go there. So I'm going to assume for anyone watching this that they know how to use an iPhone with VoiceOver. So the way to get the voice for Siri itself on Siri is you would flick to the right to settings and then double tap.
Podcast, fitness, download YouTube, calendar, photography folder.
Download YouTube MP3, that's something I have. That's not part of the actual phone.
Watch, weather, notes, app store, health, settings, clock, settings.
Then you would double tap on settings.
Settings, English, back button.
Oops, this is not where I want to be.
English.
For you, you would just see the main settings screen.
English, back button, speech, back button, voice, settings, settings.
So you would flick until you hear Siri and search.
Search, dictate, Grace to be airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular, notifications, sounds, do not disturb, screen time, general, control center, display, and home screen, accessibility, wallpaper, Siri and search.
You double tap to activate on that.
Ask Siri, heading.
So now flick down till you hear voice.
Listen for Hey Siri. Press home for allow Siri language. English. Siri voice. American. Voice 2. Button.
So American voice 2. Double tap. Now remember, this is only changing the voice of Siri itself.
Variety. Heading. Selected. American. Australian. British. Indian, Irish, South African, voice, heading.
Now you have voice. Scroll down to the voice heading or flick down and experiment with these.
Voice 1.
You have voice 1. I'll just play them in turn.
Speech off.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Speech on.
So that's voice 1, the old Siri male voice.
Voice 2.
Voice 2.
Speech off.
This is the new Siri female voice. To select it, just double tap.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
I feel like that's a bad representation of it because it's a little bit lower actually in pitch when you use it. And like if you wanted to select that voice, you just hit the back button.
Speech on. Voice 3.
This is voice
Speech
3.
off.
The new Siri male voice.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Kind of interesting.
Speech on. Voice 4.
And voice 4,
Speech off.
the old Siri female voice. So the voice that I have on my voiceover now.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use. Speech
So
on.
now I'm going to set to voice 2.
Voice 3. Voice 2. Selected.
Hi, I'm
Voice 2.
Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
And just hit.
Voice. Voice.
Or not hit.
Also, variety. Heading.
I'll flick back up
Siri and search. Back button.
to Siri and search and double tap.
Siri and
So now we're back up here.
Siri voice. American.
Now to go to set it with voiceover, it's a little bit different.
Settings. Back. Settings.
So
Siri
what
and
you
search.
do, So what you do is you flick down to your accessibility.
Search. Dictate. Grace to airplane. Wi-Fi.
When you're in the settings app, I mean.
Bluetooth. Cellular. Notification. Sounds. Do not screen. General. Control set. Display. Home screen. Accessibility. Button.
Double tap on accessibility.
Accessibility features help you customize your iPhone for your individual needs.
Now scroll down till you hear voiceover and double tap on that.
Vision. Voiceover. On. Button.
Double tap on that.
Voiceover. On.
That won't turn voiceover off.
Double tap to toggle setting.
Now flick to the right
Voiceover. Speak
until
item.
you hear speech.
Tap once to double tap. Learn more. Voiceover. Speaking rate. Speaking rate. Speech. Button. Voice. Siri voice for United States. Button.
Double tap on voice, Siri voice for United States, or if your cursor lands somewhere else, flick to the left or right until you hear that and double tap on it.
English. Us. Heading.
Flick through the voices until you hear Siri.
Download Al. Download Alec. Download Ava. Fred. But. Download Nikki. Samantha. But. Selected. Siri. Voice 4. Button.
And double tap on that.
English.
And this
Us.
is where
Heading.
you would have to download the voices. So now you double tap on that. I've already downloaded the voices. It's super easy. You just click on them and they'll say downloading, and then they'll download automatically. So all you gotta do is flick until you get to the one you want, like this.
Voice 1. Using.
Let's say I wanted voice 1, so I'll double tap.
Selected. Voice 1, using 486 MB.
I'll flick to the right,
Voice 2, using 503 MB.
double tap.
Selected. Voice 2, using 503 MB.
See, that's lower than it sounded. I'll flick to the right again.
Voice 3, using 497 MB. Actions available.
Sorry, that's my dad in the background. I'll double tap.
Selected. Voice 3, using 497 MB.
And I'll flick to the right again.
Voice 4, using 473 MB.
And double tap.
Actions available.
Selected. Voice 4. Use.
So you guys can get a better understanding of it. For this video, I'll use voice 2 because I feel like that's, I don't know. I'll use that for a while.
Voice 2. Using.
Selected. Voice 2, using 503 MB.
Now I can just navigate back up.
English. Siri. English. English. Back button. English.
I'll go ahead
Select
and go home.
settings.
And yes, you did just hear a click of a home button. Yeah, I think this is the last iOS that iPhone 6 is going to support, but I'm not really sure. So that's how the Siri voices work. And unfortunately, I can't ask Siri a question because on screen recording, that doesn't work. So I'm wondering if the voices like this will also transfer to the Apple Watch or what it's going to be like, because right now you can choose the Siri voice on the Apple Watch, but I'm not really sure. So I guess something else new would be the feedback app, but that's only for beta testers. But I can flick
Health.
on my home screen till I hear feedback.
App Store. Notes. Weather. Watch. Photography folder. Calendar. Download YouTube MP3. Fitness. Podcasts. Feedback.
Double tap on
Double-
that if you want to see what it looks like.
Feedback.
I'll just go through some of the screens here with this voice.
Account. Button. Recent activity. 1 item. Button.
I reported that I think this voice has a lisp. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like it does, though.
Requests. 0 unread items. Button. All. 9 items. Button. News. 7 unread items. Button. Inbox. 7. Button. Drafts. Button. Submitted. Button. New feedback. Button. Toolbar. Compose. Button. Compose. Button.
That's pretty much it. I'll go home.
Feedback.
Let's see, something. I can it's a neat voice.
Podcasts.
I like the addition of
Double
the
tap
2
to
extra
open.
voices.
Use 3D touch to show doc. Messages. 8 unread
Because
messages.
I'm on beta
Double tap to open.
8 or whatever the last beta is, it's pretty stable. I mean, I don't see any problems with it with accessibility and stuff.
Phone. Safari. Safari. Phone. Messages. 8. Mail. No unread. Clock. 1:07 p.m. Settings. Clock. 1:07 p.m.
works.
Settings. Health.
There's
Double
some
tap
new
to open.
emojis,
App Store.
but I think they're there. And that is about it. I haven't been able to test the Face ID with Apple Watch because I don't want to put that on put the beta rather on my phone and my watch until it's like an actual thing. But so far, accessibility wise, I mean, nothing outrageous that I've seen. Nothing, I can't see any accessibility problems.
Notes. Weather. Watch. Photography folder. Watch. Weather. Notes.
I'll go ahead and create a new note.
Double tap to open.
I think I have notes
Use 3D
in there,
touch to
so
show
I'll
home
turn
screen
curtain
actions.
on just for a minute here.
Screen curtain on.
Screen curtain works.
Search folders. Dictate button. iCloud heading. Toolbar. New note button. New note. Dim. Note. Text field is editing. Character mode. Insertion point. Screen curtain off.
We'll see if dictating works.
Inserted. Hello, this is Grace.
So yeah, that works.
Period. ECARGGRACE. Period.
Navigating works.
Space. Space.
I'll go ahead and type. I don't use touch typing. I use whatever the other method is.
YUI. Space. Space. Capital HGKLLYUIBNHJKLLUYTRE. Space.
I'm much better at this with a braille display or dictating or using a hardware keyboard.
Space. TYUIHBBCCYTRE. Space. Space. NBBCYTREEGFDFAABNM. Delete numbers. Delete numbers. Space. Delete. Exclamation. Question mark.
Ooh, I just saw that. It kind of buffered there a second, didn't it? It was like,
Apostrophe. Delete.
I don't know.
Delete. Question. Comma. Period. Period. Print.
So if nobody heard what it says, now it says,
No. Text field is edited. Hello, this is Grace. I like ice cream. Character.
oops. I'm trying to write, I like ice cream. Ice cream is delicious. So we'll flick up
Period.
and delete that error.
Next letters. Delete. L letters. CHJK.
Let's try this.
No. Text field is edited. Hello, this is Grace. I like ice cream. Character mode.
Don't we all? So
Period.
now I'm at the end, and I'll go into the emojis. We'll see if that works. It's kind of weird the way it pronounces things.
Next keyboard emoji.
And I have mine set to play a sound instead of say capital, so that's that sound you hear.
Frequently used. Distraught face. Crying face. Medium white circle.
Well, I don't use this very much, so I don't know what's in my frequently used.
Medium black circle. Fire engine. Face screaming in fear. 24.
These are some weird frequently used emojis.
Anxious face with red angry face. Surprise. And downcast face with sweaty red face with tongue. Check mark. 30. Loudly crying face. Smileys and people. Grinning face. Grinning face with big eyes. Grinning face with smiling eyes. Beaming face with smiling eyes. Grinning face with squinting eyes. Smileys and people. Heading.
I do see some new emojis here.
Delete. Frequently used. Hey, confounded face. 7. Hey, dizzy face with discomfort. Face with spiralized. Face with a zipper mouth. Face with spiralized and wavy mouth. 100.
That's new.
Hands raised in celebration. Clapping hands. Handshake. 1. Thumbs up.
Ooh, handshake I think is new too.
Thumbs down. Closed fist. Raised fist with light skin tone. 1. Left facing fist. Right facing fist. Pay. Smile.
About 5 dumb unsuccessful minutes later, browsing through the different emojis, looking for the new ones, and forgetting I was on camera.
This is ridiculous. I'm not going to find that emoji. Sorry, I just got interrupted.
Screen
but
recording.
anyway, you
now, screen recording video saved to photos.
You get the point. That's how the beta works. It works pretty well. If there's any features you want to see, go for it. And this is Don't Mind Being Blind signing off.